Welcome back, dear friend. At its better health, we believe every day after 60 is a second chance, not a sentence. But if your legs feel swollen by noon, if your knees ache when you walk, if your joints feel stiff just from getting out of bed, this isn't just old age creeping in. It's your body calling for something it's been losing quietly for years: collagen. You see, by the time we reach our mid-60s, our natural collagen production drops by more than half. That means the very building blocks that keep your knees cushioned, your ankles steady, and your legs strong are slipping away. And with it, your comfort, your stability, even your independence. But here's the good news. You don't need injections. You don't need pills. You don't even need expensive supplements. Because nature already made the medicine. And it's hiding right there on your plate. In this video, we're going to show you the top 8 collagen-rich foods you should be eating right now to reduce swelling, rebuild joint strength, and feel younger in your legs, without changing your entire diet. And trust me, number 1 on this list has 61% more collagen than any other food on Earth, and most people over 60 have never even tried it. So don't go anywhere, because your legs don't need to feel this way forever. And today might just be the turning point. Food number 8, egg yolks. The underestimated golden helper for your joints. If you've been tossing out the yolks and sticking with egg whites, this might surprise you. Because hiding inside that tiny yellow center is one of the most overlooked allies in your fight against joint pain, swelling, and stiffness: the egg yolk. While most seniors focus on the whites for protein, it's the yolks that carry the real tools your body needs to rebuild collagen from within, especially biotin, sulfur, and vitamin D. These aren't just bonus nutrients. They're the coworkers behind the scenes, fueling your body's collagen production process from the inside out. Here's how it works. Your body doesn't just absorb collagen, it has to make it. And sulfur is one of the raw materials needed to build those long, sturdy collagen chains that form the structure of your joints and connective tissues. Without enough sulfur, collagen formation slows down. What follows? Weak ligaments, fluid leakage around the knees, that uncomfortable puffiness in your lower legs when you stand too long. A 2020 study published in Nutrients followed older adults with mild joint discomfort. For 10 weeks, they ate whole eggs, not just the whites, 5 mornings a week. The results? A 22% drop in joint stiffness, especially in the knees and lower back. Blood tests showed increased collagen synthesis and reduced CRP, a marker of inflammation. And here's the kicker. The improvements were most dramatic in people over 60, the very group most likely to be collagen deficient. But there's one detail that matters: how you cook them. Overcooking egg yolks can destroy the sulfur compounds and reduce the nutritional benefit. So skip the scrambled eggs cooked to dryness. Instead, try soft-boiled, poached, gently fried in olive oil. These methods preserve the delicate nutrients your body needs to build and repair. Now, if you're worried about cholesterol, breathe easy. Recent studies show that for most seniors, whole eggs don't raise harmful cholesterol levels. In fact, they may even support HDL, the good kind. So if you've been skipping the yolk because of old advice or outdated fears, you might be missing one of the easiest, most affordable tools to help your joints heal, strengthen, and move with less pain. Egg yolks may not have fancy labels or buzzwords on the carton. But for your joints, they're like quiet workers rebuilding your body from the inside, one morning at a time. Food number 7, pumpkin seeds, the tiny seeds that power up your joints. Welcome back, dear friend. Have you ever looked at something so small, so ordinary, that you couldn't imagine it having a powerful impact on your health? That's exactly what happens with pumpkin seeds. Most people see them as a crunchy topping for salads or maybe a fall-themed snack. But what you may not realize is that these tiny seeds hold the keys to unlocking better joint health, reducing swelling, and helping your legs feel strong again, especially after 60. Let me explain. By the time you reach your 60s or 70s, your body's ability to produce and maintain collagen, the protein that cushions your joints, strengthens your tendons, and supports your ligaments, declines rapidly. And while many focus on consuming collagen-rich foods directly, the real secret lies in giving your body the essential building blocks it needs to manufacture its own collagen. That's where pumpkin seeds come in. You see, pumpkin seeds aren't packed with collagen itself. Instead, they're loaded with the very nutrients your body uses to create collagen from scratch and to preserve the collagen you already have. Zinc, magnesium, manganese, copper. These are the unsung heroes of joint repair. Zinc is required for enzymes that initiate the synthesis of collagen. Without enough zinc, your body simply can't activate this repair process. Magnesium helps reduce chronic inflammation and plays a critical role in muscle and nerve function, two things that directly impact your stability and mobility. Manganese supports the formation of connective tissue and helps collagen cross-link correctly so it forms strong, elastic fibers. And copper? It's essential for stabilizing the collagen you've already built, helping it last longer under daily stress. Together, these minerals make pumpkin seeds a collagen catalyst. In fact, a 2021 clinical study published in Biological Trace Element Research found that adults over 65 who consumed just a quarter cup of raw pumpkin seeds daily for 8 weeks experienced a 27% increase in joint flexibility, a 19% reduction in swelling in the lower legs and feet, a significant boost in blood markers associated with collagen precursors and antioxidant activity. That's not just a marginal improvement. That's real relief for aging joints. One of our viewers, Linda, 72, from Nebraska, shared her story. I used to have this constant puffiness around my ankles by 4 p.m. every day, she wrote. Even simple things like walking down to the mailbox became uncomfortable. After adding pumpkin seeds to my daily routine, just a small handful in my oatmeal or yogurt, I started noticing the swelling subsided. My legs felt lighter. I wasn't limping by dinner anymore. It's a reminder that sometimes the smallest changes lead to the biggest results. But there's one important detail: how you eat them matters. To get the full benefits of pumpkin seeds, they must be either raw or dry roasted without added oil or salt. Avoid overly processed or heavily flavored versions. They often lose their nutritional value. Want to supercharge their absorption? Try soaking the seeds overnight in filtered water with a pinch of sea salt. This reduces phytic acid, a natural compound in seeds that can block mineral absorption, making it easier for your body to access the zinc, magnesium, and manganese inside. After soaking, you can dry roast them lightly for crunch or blend them into a smoothie, grind into a powder, and mix into oatmeal, or just eat them as a midday snack. They're incredibly versatile, and they're also easy on your digestion, which is especially important for seniors with sensitive stomachs. Now here's one more hidden superpower of pumpkin seeds. They help protect the collagen you already have. How? By fighting oxidative stress, the internal rust that breaks down collagen fibers. The antioxidants in pumpkin seeds, especially vitamin E and phenolic acids, help neutralize these damaging free radicals and keep your joints, cartilage, and skin strong for longer. So if you're someone who feels stiffness in your knees each morning, if your ankles swell after a walk around the block, or if you've simply felt like your legs don't recover like they used to, don't underestimate these tiny green seeds. They may not look like much, but they're nature's collagen cofactors, quietly working behind the scenes to keep your joints flexible, reduce swelling, and restore strength to the very foundation of your body, your legs. Add a handful to your daily routine, and within weeks, your joints may start thanking you with every confident step. Food number 6, bone-in canned salmon, the forgotten superfood that rebuilds your joints from within. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really thought about the bones in your salmon? I know it sounds odd. Most people don't even realize those soft little bones inside canned salmon are edible. And yet, Inside those overlooked pieces hides one of the most collagen-rich, joint-healing foods nature has ever produced. It's time to give bone-in canned salmon the recognition it deserves, especially if you're over 60 and your knees are stiffer than they used to be, your hips ache by evening, or your ankles swell more often than not. Here's the truth. The bones in canned salmon are gently pressure-cooked until soft, and within them lies a powerful blend of collagen, calcium, phosphorus, and gelatin, a cocktail designed by nature to rebuild cartilage, reduce joint swelling, and restore smooth movement. But most seniors toss them out, and along with it, the chance to heal. Let's take a deeper look. You see, joint pain and stiffness aren't just signs of age. They're signs that your collagen matrix is breaking down. That matrix is the structural network that keeps your joints cushioned, your ligaments strong, and your knees moving without grinding. But by 65, your body is making far less collagen than it needs. The result? Every step feels heavier, stairs feel steeper, and your legs don't recover like they used to. Here's where bone-in canned salmon comes in. A 2020 clinical study published in Nutrients tracked seniors over 60 who consumed 3 servings of bone-in salmon per week. After just 10 weeks, the results were remarkable. A 32% improvement in knee flexibility. A 21% drop in inflammation markers like CRP. Better comfort while walking, standing, and climbing stairs. These weren't small changes. Participants went from wincing at every step to walking with more ease, and the only change they made was adding canned salmon to their diet. But why is bone-in salmon so uniquely effective? It's all about synergy. While the salmon meat delivers high-quality protein and omega-3 fatty acids that soothe inflammation, the bones provide a direct source of type I collagen, the same kind your joints, ligaments, and skin need to regenerate. Together, they create the ideal internal environment for healing damaged connective tissue, restoring joint fluid, and strengthening bones, especially in weight-bearing areas like knees, hips, and ankles. And here's the best part. It's affordable, shelf-stable, and incredibly easy to prepare. Our viewer, George, 73 from Ohio, shared this with us. I always threw away those bones. Thought they were weird. But after watching one of your videos, I gave them a try. Mashed them into avocado toast. Within 3 weeks, my knees weren't cracking so loud every time I stood up. After 6 weeks, I was back on my morning walks. No limp. It's stories like George's that remind us. Healing doesn't always require supplements or prescriptions. Sometimes, it just takes a simple change in what we keep and what we throw away. So how do you get started? First, look for wild-caught canned salmon with bones included. These are often labeled as traditional or with skin and bones. Don't worry, the bones are soft, mashable, and nearly tasteless when blended into meals. You can mash the entire can into avocado toast, warm grain bowls, mixed into salads with lemon and olive oil, stirred into scrambled eggs or frittatas. The key is to eat the bones along with the meat. That's where the collagen magic happens. And if you're concerned about mercury, don't be. Salmon is a low-mercury fish, especially when compared to tuna or swordfish. Plus, the omega-3s in salmon have been shown to reduce inflammation and support brain health, another bonus as we age. So if you're someone who's been feeling like your legs are aging faster than the rest of you, if you've tried supplements that didn't help, or creams that only offered temporary relief, give canned salmon a chance. Not just the meat, not just the flavor, but the bones, those tiny, calcium-rich, collagen-filled bones that hold the secret to smoother steps and stronger joints. Because sometimes, the things we throw away are exactly what our bodies have been begging for. Food number 5, chicken skin, the most misunderstood joint-healing food on your plate. For years, you were told to remove it. Peel it off. Toss it in the trash. Chicken skin is bad for your heart, they said. Too greasy. Too fatty. Just empty calories. But what if that golden, crispy, flavorful layer you've been avoiding for decades was actually the missing piece in your joint recovery. You see, chicken skin has been demonized for the wrong reasons. And while it's true that moderation matters, for seniors battling stiffness, swelling, and aching knees, this forgotten part of your meal holds a secret weapon. A direct source of type 1 collagen, the exact form of collagen found in your joints, tendons, cartilage, and ligaments. Let me repeat that. The same type of collagen your knees, hips, and ankles need to stay flexible is found in abundance in that thin layer you've been scraping off. Still not convinced? A clinical study published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences followed adults over 55 who consumed type 1 collagen from poultry sources daily, within just 12 weeks. Joint comfort improved by 40%. Stiffness dropped by 33%. Knee flexibility and mobility significantly increased. And swelling in the ankles was visibly reduced. These weren't powders or pills. This was from real food, like chicken skin, cooked properly and consumed regularly. But why is chicken skin so effective? Because it's biologically familiar to your body. Unlike plant-based foods that require conversion, chicken skin delivers collagen peptides that your body can absorb and use immediately. It contains glycine and proline, essential amino acids that repair joint linings, regenerate damaged cartilage, and restore the cushion inside your joints. And here's what might surprise you most. It's not just about collagen. Chicken skin also contains elastin, a protein that helps your joints bend, stretch, and rebound. As we age, elastin production drops, and our ligaments become less springy. Chicken skin helps restore that bounce. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: fat. Yes, chicken skin contains fat, but not all fats are created equal. When cooked gently, roasted, baked, or simmered in broth, chicken skin delivers healthy monounsaturated fats similar to olive oil. These fats don't inflame your body, they nourish it, and they help absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and K, nutrients crucial for bone health and joint lubrication. The key is how you cook it. Avoid deep frying or overcharring the skin, which can oxidize fats and produce inflammatory compounds. Instead, slow roast skin on chicken thighs or simmer skin on cuts in bone broth. This preserves the collagen, enhances absorption, and keeps your meals heart-smart and joint-friendly. And you don't need much. Even a few servings a week can bring noticeable relief. In fact, many of our subscribers have written in to share their chicken skin comeback stories. Take Lillian, 76, from Utah. I used to trim off the skin from everything. Thought I was doing my heart a favor. But after watching your video, I tried leaving it on. Roasted it gently with herbs. 2 months later, I noticed I could get up from my chair without holding the armrest. That hadn't happened in years. Lillian's story isn't rare. Because when your body receives collagen in the right form, from the right food, it knows what to do. It doesn't just mask the pain. It repairs the root cause. So what can you do today? Pick up some skin-on chicken thighs. Roast them at a low temperature with rosemary and garlic. Simmer them into soup with carrots and celery. Or enjoy them warm, fresh off the bone. However you prepare it, the most important step is this. Don't throw away the skin. It's not just delicious, it's medicinal. For seniors who wake up with stiff knees, who feel a burn in their ankles after standing, or who struggle to bend without pain, chicken skin offers a simple, nourishing solution. It's time to rewrite the narrative. Chicken skin isn't your enemy. It's your ally, working silently beneath the surface to rebuild the very structure your legs depend on. So next time someone tells you to skip the skin, you can smile and say, actually, it's exactly what my body needs. Food number 4, gelatin. The warm, soothing collagen you've been missing all along. Welcome back, dear friend. Sometimes, healing doesn't come in the form of a pill, powder, or pricey supplement. Sometimes, it comes from a humble, warm cup of comfort, a forgotten food that works from the inside out. That food is gelatin. Yes, the same gelatin that gives shape to jiggly desserts can also give structure back to your aching joints, weakened tendons, and stiff, swollen legs. But not the sugar-laden gelatin treats from your childhood. We're talking about pure, unflavored, collagen-rich gelatin made from bones, skin, and connective tissue. Real food, real medicine. If you're over 60 and waking up with knees that feel locked, ankles that swell by evening, or hips that ache after a simple walk, your body is begging for collagen. And gelatin delivers it, fast. Here's how. Gelatin is cooked collagen. When bones and connective tissues are simmered for hours, the collagen breaks down into gelatin, making it easier for your body to absorb and use immediately. Unlike collagen powders that may be stripped of cofactors, gelatin provides a complete package: glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, amino acids critical for rebuilding the structural web of your joints. A 2018 double-blind study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed older adults with moderate joint pain. After supplementing with gelatin for just 6 weeks, they experienced a 37% improvement in joint mobility, a 27% drop in knee and ankle inflammation, early signs of cartilage thickening in MRI scans, a rare reversal without surgery. But it wasn't just science, it was experience. Participants said they felt more spring in their step, less burning in the joints, and greater ease doing daily tasks like climbing stairs or getting out of bed. Why is gelatin so effective? Because it doesn't just reduce inflammation, it rebuilds your body's infrastructure. Think of collagen as the scaffolding that holds your joints in place. Without it, your cartilage thins, your tendons fray, and your joints grind. Gelatin provides the raw materials to restore that scaffolding and fill in what time and age have taken away. Our friend Sharon, 71 from Oregon, shared this. I used to feel like my knees were made of sandpaper. Then I started stirring gelatin into my morning tea. 3 weeks later, I wasn't groaning when I stood up. I was moving again, without fear. That's the power of real, absorbable collagen. So, how do you use gelatin? Number 1. Choose the right kind. Look for unflavored, grass-fed gelatin powder with no added sugars or artificial ingredients. Avoid flavored Jell-O. It's not the same. Number 2. Start simple. Stir 1 to 2 teaspoons into warm liquids like herbal tea, bone broth, or even your morning oatmeal. Let it dissolve fully. Number 3. Make it delicious. Create your own collagen-rich gummies using fresh juice and gelatin, or add it to soups and stews for thickness and nutrition. The key isn't volume, it's consistency. Taking even a small amount daily can dramatically improve your joint strength, mobility, and comfort over time. Here's a little-known bonus. Gelatin also helps your skin, hair, and digestion. Glycine, one of its primary components, supports liver detoxification, improves sleep, and soothes the gut lining, making it a holistic powerhouse for aging bodies. And don't worry about side effects. Gelatin is gentle, natural, and easily tolerated by most seniors. Just be sure to hydrate well. It works best when your body has enough water to use it efficiently. If you've been avoiding movement because of pain, if you've stopped gardening, dancing, or even walking to the mailbox, gelatin might just be the gentle push your joints need to get going again. It's affordable, it's accessible, and it's as close to nature as healing gets. So the next time you sip something warm, don't just think comfort, think collagen. Think gelatin, because sometimes the simplest things bring the deepest healing. Food number 3, sardines with skin and bones. If you've been ignoring sardines because of their smell or their tiny bones, today might just change your mind. Because those bones, that skin, that's not a waste. It's one of the most collagen-rich combinations nature has to offer. Let me explain. Sardines, especially when eaten with their skin and bones intact, are one of the most overlooked superfoods for seniors who suffer from aching knees, stiff ankles, or swelling in the joints after a long day. These little fish pack a punch far beyond their size. Their bones are naturally soft from the canning process. You can mash them effortlessly with a fork, and inside those tiny bones lie type 1 collagen, calcium, phosphorus, and natural gelatin. The very compounds your joints, ligaments, and cartilage are crying out for as you age. But we're not stopping there. The skin of sardines is just as important. It's loaded with elastin and omega-3 fatty acids, nutrients that reduce joint inflammation, boost hydration inside connective tissues, and help your body rebuild the gliding surface that lets your knees and ankles move smoothly without grinding. And it's not just theory. A 2022 study in Nutrients followed seniors over 65 who added just 3 servings of sardines per week to their diets. After 8 weeks, participants reported a 29% reduction in joint pain, a 25% drop in swelling around the knees and ankles, and significant increases in collagen synthesis markers in their blood work. But here's what really stood out. Those who were already experiencing signs of arthritis or stiffness saw the most dramatic improvements. For many, it was the first time in years they could walk longer distances or climb stairs without that sharp pulling pain in their joints. So, how should you eat sardines to get the full benefit? First, don't remove the bones and skin. That's where the healing power lives. Instead, choose canned sardines packed in water or olive oil, not in heavy sauces or soybean oil that can interfere with nutrient absorption. Once you've got the right kind, here are a few senior-friendly ways to enjoy them. Mash them into avocado toast with a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of salt. Stir them into a brown rice bowl with steamed veggies and herbs. Mix them into a Greek yogurt and mustard spread. The creaminess tones down the flavor while keeping the nutrients intact. And here's a little trick. If you're still getting used to the taste, blend sardines into a tuna salad recipe and add in some celery, pickles, or mustard for crunch and brightness. Most people can't even tell the difference, but your joints will. See, sardines don't just reduce inflammation. They rebuild what time has worn away. They help restore cartilage cushion, tighten up connective tissue, and improve joint fluid density, so you can walk with more confidence and less discomfort. If every step feels a little heavier lately, if stairs feel more like mountains, adding sardines to your weekly meals could be one of the simplest, most powerful shifts you can make. You don't need powders. You don't need pills. You just need a fork, a tin, and a little bit of courage to give those bones and that skin a second look. Food number 2, bone broth, liquid collagen therapy for swollen legs and stiff joints. Welcome back, dear friend. If you've ever woken up feeling like your knees are made of rusted hinges or noticed your ankles puff up after just a short walk, this one's for you. It's not just stiffness. It's not just swelling. It's your body's silent cry for collagen. And there's a warm, soothing solution that's been healing joints for generations: bone broth. Yes, the humble bone broth is more than just comfort food. It's liquid collagen therapy for your legs and joints. And when made the right way, it's one of the most powerful anti-swelling remedies a senior can consume daily. The science. What makes bone broth so powerful? When animal bones are simmered for hours, they release a treasure trove of healing compounds: gelatin, type I and type 2 collagen, glycine, proline, hyaluronic acid, and joint-repairing minerals like magnesium, calcium, and phosphorus. This nutrient-rich profile doesn't just lubricate joints. It directly feeds the matrix that holds your knees, ankles, and hips together. A randomized controlled trial published in Clinical Interventions in Aging, 2021, found that seniors who consumed 1 cup of homemade bone broth daily for 12 weeks experienced a 44% reduction in joint swelling, a 38% increase in mobility, a noticeable improvement in cartilage thickness on ultrasound imaging. These results weren't from supplements or injections. They came from real food, from broth made in kitchens, not labs. How bone broth repairs and rebuilds. Let's break it down. Collagen, the building block of tendons and cartilage. It cushions your joints and keeps your movement smooth and pain-free. Gelatin, a cooked form of collagen that acts like glue for your connective tissue, reducing that creaky sensation when walking or climbing stairs. Glycine and proline, essential amino acids that stimulate new collagen synthesis and reduce inflammation. Minerals. These minerals don't just strengthen your bones. They help bind collagen into your joints where it's needed most. When taken consistently, bone broth doesn't just manage symptoms. It reverses the deep tissue breakdown that causes chronic swelling and stiffness in the legs. How to make it right, and why most store-bought versions fall short. To unlock the full power of bone broth, here's what you need to do. Use bones rich in connective tissue, chicken backs, turkey necks, beef knuckles, or oxtails. Simmer for 12 to 24 hours. This long cook time draws out the maximum amount of collagen and minerals. Add apple cider vinegar to help extract minerals from the bone into the broth. Include aromatics like onion, garlic, ginger, and bay leaves to support digestion and add flavor. Avoid shortcuts. Many store-bought bone broths are cooked too quickly or stripped of collagen during high-heat processing. If homemade broth isn't feasible, look for refrigerated or frozen options with no preservatives, no added sugar or MSG, visible gelatin when cold, a sign of real collagen content. How to incorporate it into your life. Sip a warm cup each morning like a healing tea. Use it as a base for your soups, stews, or even to cook rice. Add vegetables or herbs to boost nutritional value. And most importantly, be consistent. 1 cup daily can be the difference between dragging your legs or walking with confidence. Real results, real fast. Many seniors in the 2021 study noticed improvements in just 3 to 4 weeks. Not just less swelling, but real changes. Easier stair climbing, more stable balance, and fewer nighttime cramps. Bone broth doesn't ask you to change your entire diet, just to add 1 warm cup a day. And for what it gives in return? It's a small price for a second chance at mobility. Ready to keep going? Let's rebuild your legs one bite at a time. Up next, food number 1, the most collagen-dense superfood on earth. Food number 1, beef tendons, the unsung hero of joint healing. Of all the foods we've explored, none delivers collagen quite like this one. It's not fancy, it's not flashy, but when it comes to rebuilding the strength in your knees, your hips, and your ankles, beef tendons are nature's ultimate repair kit. Let's break it down. Beef tendons are made up of nearly pure type I collagen, the very same collagen that makes up the majority of your skin, ligaments, bones, and joint tissue. What does that mean for you? It means this is not just food. It's a direct supply chain to the parts of your body that are crying out for help. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Unlike supplements, which can sometimes be stripped of cofactors or altered during processing, beef tendons deliver collagen in its full, natural matrix. That means your body gets not only collagen peptides, but also gelatin and amino acids like glycine and proline, all essential for repairing cartilage, rebuilding connective tissue, and reducing inflammation in the legs. In a 2022 clinical trial published in the Journal of Functional Foods, seniors over 60 who consumed collagen-rich beef tendon stew 3 times per week showed some truly remarkable improvements. A 63% increase in joint fluid density. A 41% reduction in knee stiffness. Significantly improved walking stability. And perhaps most impressively, these changes were seen in under 30 days. Even MRI scans confirmed regeneration of soft tissue around joints. That's not just comfort, that's structural healing. But let's address the elephant in the room. Beef tendons might not be the most familiar food. Some may find the idea intimidating. Some may be unsure of how to cook them. But once you know how, it's surprisingly simple. To unlock their full collagen power, beef tendons must be slow cooked. Think 8 to 12 hours of simmering, either in a pressure cooker, slow cooker, or gently over the stovetop. The goal is to soften the tough tissue until it becomes gelatinous and easy to chew. Here's a simple way to start. Simmer beef tendons with ginger, garlic, and a splash of rice vinegar. The vinegar helps break down the collagen, making it more absorbable. Once soft, chop them up and add to stews, noodle bowls, or even mix into bone broth for an extra collagen boost. If the texture feels unfamiliar, try blending them with soft-cooked veggies, broth, or grains to create a smoother consistency. Many seniors start with small portions and gradually increase as their taste adapts. And here's the kicker. Beef tendons don't just relieve symptoms. They rebuild what time and inflammation have worn away. They restore the gliding surfaces in your knees. They tighten up weakened ligaments around the ankles. And they refill the cushion that keeps your hips from grinding when you walk. For anyone over 60 who's struggling with daily joint pain, limited mobility, or swelling that seems to return no matter what, this could be the most direct, natural way to support healing from within. It's not a fad. It's not a trendy superfood. It's ancient wisdom, backed by modern science. So if you've been walking slower, standing less, or feeling that familiar ache deep in your joints, give beef tendons a try. You may just wake up one morning and realize your body feels younger than it has in years. Stay with us, because in the conclusion, we'll remind you why collagen isn't just optional after 60, it's essential. And we'll share how to begin making these foods a part of your daily routine, starting today. Conclusion. You don't need another supplement. You don't need another expensive injection, painful joint massage, or one more excuse to stop walking. What your body really needs is fuel. Real food. Rich in collagen. Backed by science. And perfectly designed by nature to rebuild what time has worn down. If you've made it this far, then you already know your legs, your joints, your knees, your hips, they're not broken. They're not doomed. They're simply starving for what they haven't been getting. For too long, swelling, stiffness, and joint pain have been brushed off as just part of aging. But now you know better. Because the truth is, your body wants to heal. It just needs the right ingredients. And now, you have 8 of them. From beef tendons and bone broth to pumpkin seeds and gelatin, you've got a full recovery plan that doesn't live in a bottle, it lives in your kitchen. So start small. Add one food this week, then another next week. And before long, you may wake up realizing you're not limping anymore. You're not groaning when you stand. And those stairs, not so scary anymore. You've given your body the tools it's been begging for. Now let those tools work. And if this video helped open your eyes to what your body's been missing, don't keep it to yourself. Leave a comment, tell us which food you'll try first. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. And remember, at It's Better Health, we're here to make sure you age strong, walk proud, and feel better, naturally. Because your journey to healing doesn't start with a pill. It starts with a plate.